Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So, we are going to present the topic about boarding school is harmful for students. So, this is our group members.
Hello, my name is Afnan Nafisah binti Muhammad. My matric number is 200355.
Hi, my name is Ameera Nasheera binti Muhammad Nazri. My matrix number is 203331.
Hello, my name is Muhammad Hasif Auji bin Fazli, matric number 200305, and I am student from major in chemistry.
So, what is boarding school? Like traditional day schools, boarding schools for children have the pupils live on campus. They have their classes together, meals together, and live in common housing. Children go home during the summer holidays between grades, and some schools even allow children to go home on the weekends. Boarding schools nowadays have become a popular choice with the rise of parenting in families and with working parents. However, the decision of sending their child to a boarding school could harm them because of the some reasons. So let's jump to the first point. One of the reasons why we say the boarding school is harmful for students is because the academic pressure. Public and private schools with high standardized test scores, varied extracurricular and academic offerings, and graduates who head off to top college are experiencing higher rates of behavioral and mental health problems compared with normal day schools. The unrelenting pressure on students in high-achieving schools comes from every direction, from overly invested parents who want A's, the teachers who want to keep reputations, and school administrators who feel pressured to get high standardized scores in their school, which then prop up real estate values in the area. Besides, most of the teachers in boarding school are very serious. They teach too fast through a lesson. This make the students hard to keep up and process the input. Many an adult is amazed at how quickly a child can memorize. Memorization, however, is not deep learning. Without an understanding of context and development of the skills necessary for application, the knowledge gained is merely surface learning. Burn is a good way to describe many children who are burned out and learning, some as early as kindergarten or first grade, because the expectations were beyond what their development was capable of in kindergarten. Many live their lives thinking they are stupid and incapable. So academic pressure can give a negative effect to the students. Of course, not every student and communities is affected and not every school exhibits the same symptoms. But as a group, high-achieving students appear to be at a much greater risk. Excessive levels of academic stress can result in an increased prevalence of psychological and physical problems like depression, anxiety, nervousness, and stress-related disorders, which in turn can affect their academic results. Besides, poor eating habits where students rely on fast foods are also occasions as they struggle to complete all their assignments. When combined with lack of physical activity, the students suffer from obesity and other health-related conditions. Furthermore, research has found that in some affluent communities, these pressured students consume alcohol and drugs and suffer from addiction at significantly higher rates than the general population. The best way to protect a child is to keep the lines of communication open, to set limits, and to follow through with them. When parents dismiss risky behaviors as kids being kids, it increases the likelihood that a child will abuse substance, which in turn increases the chances of addiction. So, for the next one, I will pass to My members, Ameera, Nasheera. Thank you.
The second main point of the topic, which has been stated by Afnan and Nafisah, is the cost of the operation. Nowadays, there are a lot of costs that we need to face every day, such as daily expenses of ourselves and the family. But when we talk about school, we can't deny the cost of the preparation. Parents need to prepare the things that was needed at the dorm. For example, the cleaning hygiene supplies, sport equipment, the comforter, and last but not least, the school supplies. Next is the fees. Parents need to pay more than the school fees for the boarding school. For instance, they need to pay for the registration fee, the acceptance fee, and also the preparatory school, which we all know that it will cost more than 100 ringgits. All of this will bring effect towards the parents and also the student. It kind of burden to the parents, especially to the low incomes family. They need to bear the increases of the tuition fees. Parents and some students from the low incomes family need to do part-time job to settle the fees, as they need to lessen the burden. And all of this will affect their studies, as it will disturb the routines of the student life. Boarding school will decrease the time for them to finish the homework and the assessments given by the teachers during the holidays, as they need to work during that time to find money for their fees. The next point is, which is the third point, is the homesickness. Firstly, it will sustain the relationship with their family. They could think that their family abandoning them after send them to the boarding school. And it will also make them feel frustrated and socially segregated. Next, they will show the sign of unhappiness, as they are not adopting or blending well with others, as we all know that some kinds of people needs a little bit of time to blend it with another people, and this will stress them during their studies. And it also could lead to the mild depression, which is, we all know that depression is kind of trends to the teenagers nowadays.
Thank you, Shira and Afnan. So I would like to continue with the last point. The disadvantages of boarding school to students is less free time and more rule. The reason why I say so is because it has extra academic and curriculum activities. For example, extra class or sport during the evening, and the student had to participate as it is necessary for everyone. This will make the student lose personal interest in experiencing boarding school life, which made their life become bored. Other than that, boarding school has highly structured with lots of rules. For example, they had their own time to eat, study, and many more, which set up by the school. This will make them to rebel against the grain, like they will start to do bad things against the law, such as smoking and many other school disciplinary. In a conclusion, boarding school give bad effect to the student as it would affect their life. not all students can adapt with the boarding school life, and as a parent, they should reconsidering to send their children to the boarding school, and they should let their children to decide their future by themselves. This is because if the student really want to go to the boarding school, they will volunteer themselves to go with their own wills without being forced by anybody.